Hi friends, and welcome to today's short practice. Today we will be doing a short flow to lead us up to one of my favorite asanas, triangle pose or trikonasana. All right, when you're ready, join me on your mat, seated on your shins. You can have a block with you today if you would like to help bring the ground closer to you when we reach our pig pose. If you don't have a block, you can use literally anything that's pretty sturdy. Stack of books, a Tupperware. I know those girlies have those Stanley mugs. It could work, my friends. All right, so find a comfortable seat towards the middle, maybe just a little bit back from middle on your mat, seated on your shins. You can stick a block underneath your seat if that's more comfortable for you. With your hands on your lap or perhaps crossed on your heart, begin to tap into this space. Thinking long spine, crown of the head reaches up towards the ceiling. Back of the skull gently presses towards the back of your space. Invite your inhales to fill the belly and allow those exhales to gently tug the belly closer to the spine. Have a big belly breath in here and an exhale out the mouth. One more, just like that. Big belly breath in, fill up, 360-degree breath, and exhale out the mouth. Shift forward slightly, coming more so onto the knees to get the feet out, and begin to place the toes onto the mat, allowing each toe to come to the party. Maybe the pinky toe needs to be involved and pulled away from the other toes just a little bit more. And from here, using your judgment with your hands, walking up your thighs, finding a little seat on the heels and allowing a nice stretch through the bottoms of the feet. Very cool. If this is turning up a way intense sensation to you, give it a nice big inhale and a long, slow exhale out the mouth like you're blowing through a straw. Perhaps this might settle some discomfort. If it's still too much, go ahead and shift just a little bit forward, sending more of your weight to the front than the back. Wherever you are, take another big belly inhale and an exhale. On an inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. And on an exhale, place them at a T. Very cool. Left palm up, right palm down. From here, we're going to swim the arms so that we're switching which palm is facing up. Boom. Right palm up. And flip the left palm so that you're interiorly rotating the arm. Like you're turning a big doorknob, but allowing the top of the hand to point towards the floor and the palm of the hand and the elbow to point up towards the sky. Big inhale, switch it out. Keep switching it out here, back and forth to your own breath. Ooh, my feet are burning. Keep drawing those ankles in close to one another. Breathing here and feeling this natural pulling of the shoulder blades. So maybe when you flip the palm down and then up again, the head of the shoulder moves a little forward. Interesting, cool. With that little movement here, let's think about the rib cage. What sensations are you feeling in the rib cage? It's kind of opening up here through the serratus anterior, these side muscles. Very cool. Keep paying attention to the side ribs. Now, flip the right palm up and left palm down. What would happen if, pretend there's like a plate on your right palm. What would happen if you just slid the plate, trying to keep your hips as still as possible, as glued to those sits bones. So just slide the plate closer, boom, to whoever's on your right, imaginarily, right? Now, flip the palms once again, left palm up. Do that same thing. Flip, send the plate a little closer to the left, keeping those hips glued. And now, thinking like where I dream of Jeannie, drawing an elbow in towards the side ribs. Boom, 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 boom. Whoa, okay. Let's place the hands back down onto the mat. Whoa. And slowly untuck the toes. And if it feels good to you, maybe tap the tops of the feet. Oh my golly. Yeah. Really get it. Oh, that's so much better. All right. Now have a seat back on to your heels, but without the fire toes. Let's reaffirm that long spine. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, arms to a T. Now, let's begin like I've came to where you are and I've wrapped gently some ropes around your wrists and like your Stretch Armstrong, but not because you're going to be moving with your rib cage. Pretend I pull you over to the right. Boom. What's happening with the hips? Keep those sits bones glued to the heels. Now to the left. Boom. Sits bones glued to the heels. Feeling this shift, this side to side, waking up through the obliques as there's like a little gentle crunch. Pew, pew. Keep going here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, wonderful. And let's find a little child's pose here. Just for a moment, for a brief beat of stillness. Let an inhale press down through the hands and come to a tabletop position. Stacking the joints here, shoulder over wrists, hips over knees. And let's take a couple of cat-cows. So gripping into the mat, like you could make a fist through the mat. Take an inhale, dip the belly, and flick the tailbone to where the wall and the ceiling meet, creating a little arch in that low back. Now isometrically drag your hands towards your knees, creating a little buoyancy in the elbows, and that'll allow an easier way to pull your chest between the biceps, gaze forward. Lovely. And on an inhale, on your next exhale, reverse that. Press the ground away so much that you puff through the back of the heart, making space between those shoulder blades. Allow the pelvis to tuck slightly as the navel draws in, chin comes towards chest. On an inhale, flick that belly low, and as you sink the low ribs down towards the mat and you pull your chest through your biceps, you begin to feel your shoulder blades retract, coming closer to the spine. Exhale through cat, and inhale through cow. Exhale through cat, feel that protraction of the shoulder blades as they separate, and inhale through cow. Beautiful. Now, flip your hands so that your fingers face one another and begin to move side to side here. Lovely. Very cool. Place your hands so that your fingers point forward and begin to take some little circles with the heart. Circling clockwise and counterclockwise. Lovely. Now, tuck your toes. Take a big inhale, power push the ground away. Hover the knees ever so slightly, thinking cat. Take a big inhale here, and exhale, send your sits bones up and back to downward facing dog. Finding your inverted V shape, a generous bend of the knees, big push of the ground away with the hands. Cool. Take an inhale here, and shift the weight more so to the left foot and into both hands evenly. And on an exhale, float the right foot behind. Another big inhale begins to puff through the back of the heart as you send the shoulders over the wrists. Drive the knee towards the chest, puff real big, and step the right foot down somewhere near the hands. Left knee drops as well, coming into this little 90-90 lunge. Stacking the joints once again, knee over ankle and hip over knee. With the fingers on with the hands on little tented fingertips, begin to rock back and forth here, flossing slightly, extending through this left hip. Now, if you'd like to, feel free to squeegee this right foot over towards the side of your mat just a little bit more, creating a little bit more space. Keep flossing back and forth here, attempting to allow the right leg to become straight-ish. And then the next time your booty goes back towards your heels, bring more of that length into the right leg. Maybe take your hands over to the left side and hop that right foot a little closer towards the mat. And here we are in a little half splits. Bring back those nice long exhales here. Maybe even rolling side to side on the heel could be nice too as we get into these hamstrings. Have a moment of stillness and draw the toes towards the shins. Take a big inhale, think cat. And on an exhale, cow, puff, dome, and round, chin tucks. Ooh, another one just like that. Inhale through cat-ish. And exhale, puff up into cow. My goodness. Okay. Inhale through cow. And exhale, puff through cat. One more just like that. Inhale through cow. And exhale, cat. Very cool. Now take your hands so that they're both on the left side of your mat. Bend greatly into the right knee. So we're coming back in that little 90-90 positioning. Pivot on the left knee so that the left foot begins to face kind of this back of this right mat area. So now we're like in a little, almost like warrior two situation. Walk the front foot in to wherever makes you feel the most stable. And we'll take a big inhale, bend through the elbows, and exhale, pop up. Cool. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, right forearm to right thigh. Send the left arm up and over, thinking baby extended side angle here. Keep pressing through this left hip back to the back of the mat as the left hand reaches forward. Have a big inhale here. And exhale, rotate the torso so that the chest faces the mat. Plant the hands and sweep the right foot behind. Coming back into tabletop. Very cool. Tuck the toes, big inhale here. Exhale, float the knees and send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Other side. Left leg lifts, three-legged dog. Exhale, puff through the back of the heart to drive the knee into the chest. Step the left foot down and the right knee down, 90-90 lunge. And take some flosses here. Maybe sending the foot over towards the left side of the mat a little bit more for some more space. The next time the sits bones, the heel, come close to the heels. Maybe hop the left foot out a little bit more, coming into half splits. Maybe try that little heel wiggle, like you're trying to kind of put something on fire out onto the ground. And then pause for a moment of stillness to draw the left toes towards the left shin. From here, on little tented fingertips over to the right side of your mat. Take an inhale and dip the belly low, think cow. And on an exhale, think cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And one more. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Very good. Keep that cat spine rounding forward. To place the left foot onto the mat. Pivot onto the right knee, and we'll come into this little baby extended side angle. Get buoyant in the elbows here on tented fingertips. Inhale, bounce. Exhale, up. Arms reach up towards the sky. Take a big inhale, reaffirm that long spine. And exhale, left forearm on left thigh. Right hand drives overhead and towards the front of the mat. Think like this right hip could pull back in space as this right arm pulls forward in space. Two more inhales here. Stay for a third inhale. And on an exhale, rotate the torso, allowing the hands to come back to the mat. Left leg swipes behind, coming back into a tabletop pose. Tuck the toes, big inhale, power press. Exhale, slowly rise up into downward facing dog. Very cool. Inhale, three-legged dog, right leg lifts. Exhale, puff, dome, round. Send right knee into chest and allow right foot to plant in between the hands. Stay high onto the left feet. Coming into a little train track situation here with the feet for a little bit more stability. Take a big inhale here, think cow. And on an exhale, think cat. Puff the ground away as you rise up into crescent lunge. Adjusting stances as needed. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, drop the back foot, coming into warrior two. Very good. Find a comfortable stance here as you line up the front heel with the instep of the back foot, arms out into a T. Very good. Now, setting up for a little triangle pose. So, take a big inhale and extend through the front leg, the right leg. Very cool. Now, let's pretend like we were back at that horrible moment where we were seated on our little fire toes. And we started playing with this almost like little genie, plate serving action. Palms can be face up or down, whatever comfortable. And notice here, your hip stops you a little bit as you pull towards the back, but as you pull towards the front, whoa, think about kicking that hip towards the back of the space as the thoracic spine pulls towards the front, okay? So watch my hands here. Boom, swap. Cool. This thoracic movement here is what can allow for more of this. You've probably heard this cue that you're in between two window panes of glass in Trikonasana. I don't still really know what that means, and I don't think that's a good cue for all bodies. But what I can tell you is a decent cue for all bodies is to move that thoracic spine forward. It's going to give you a little bit more room as you fold into triangle. So take a look all over your right hand and pull yourself forward. Very cool. Keep pulling forward so much that maybe, with a little micro bend in this front leg, that maybe this right hand can find either a block or a shin or even the ground eventually. You can even take your left hand and place it onto the top of this left hip to really kind of help. Keep thinking of drawing this hip back in space as this torso draws forward and down. Right hand plants somewhere. Take a big inhale here and shine the chest towards this left side of the mat. A big inhale reaches the left arm up. Very cool. You gotta love it or you hate it. Either one. Triangle is wonderful. And now, take a big inhale here. Enjoy being in this space. And an exhale. If you're no stranger to triangle pose, try closing your eyes. Whoa, what is happening? Feel it turn up in the feet a little bit more? How exciting. Cool. So to come out of triangle pose, if you're gonna come out of this standing, my favorite thing to do is just really bend in a lot to the front leg, the right knee. Just bend right in and press down through that heel to rise the torso back up to like a warrior two. Then you can just sneakily straighten this leg. Very cool. But if you're low down, something fun to do is to send the left hand down towards the mat as you rotate, kind of face over this right leg, and then pivot back onto the ball of the foot. Whoa, keep the ball of the foot rised up, well, the heel rised up like a little Barbie toe. Check it out, modified pyramid. So fun. Take a big inhale here and think cow. And on an exhale, think cat. On a big inhale, think cow. And on an exhale, think cat. One more just like that. Big inhale, think cow. Big exhale, think cat. Press the ground away so much. See if you can slide that right foot back. That's a little plug. We can do a pyramid plug class later. If you're super into that and you want to learn, let me know in the comments. Here we are in downward facing dog. Now, big inhale, three-legged dog, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to chest, plant the foot onto the mat. Take an inhale, think cow. And an exhale, think cat. Press up on your little train tracked feet into crescent lunge. Arms reach up. Generous bend into both or just the front leg. Take a big inhale here, and an exhale, pivot onto that foot, dropping the entire foot down, coming into warrior two. Line up your warrior two and begin your little pushy pulls here. These little genie-like movements. Cool. And when you're ready, as you come forward, begin to straighten the leg this time. Whoa, that's kind of different. And pull it back and straighten the leg this time. Allow the chest to come, so fall forward that, you're going to dip like a little teapot into tree pose. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Thinking length through your wingspan. Hands, left hand falls wherever's clever. Take a big inhale here and stay for your exhale. Have another big inhale and an exhale, this time out the mouth. Take another big inhale here. And let's go through that little pyramid pose. Exhale, rotate the torso so that both hands begin to frame the front foot as you pivot high onto the ball of the back foot. Very cool. You can find a little bit more of that train track stance if you like. Keep a generous bend in the front leg if it suits you. Take a big inhale, think cow. Exhale, puff, dome round, think cat. Inhale once again, think cow. And exhale, puff cat. Last one, inhale, think cow. And exhale, puff cat. Puff so much that you might be able to slide the left foot back to meet the right in downward facing dog. Very cool. And have a big belly breath here. And exhale out the mouth, let something go. Another round of breath, big belly inhale. And exhale, begin to shift slightly forward to drop the knees slowly. Come on to the tops of the feet and return to this little seated on shins. Affirm the long spine, crown reaches, skull presses back. Hands are somewhere comfortable, either in your lap or across your chest. Having a moment of stillness here. Recognizing your body for its effort, for your mind for stillness, and for your heart for guiding you on this mat today. Thank you so much, friends, for coming, and I'll see you in the next. Be well.